Hello, everyone. Welcome to TOI Sports, your daily guide to all that's happening in Indian cricket. And on Beyond the Boundary today, we have three guests. We've got Dwaipan Datta joining us from Chennai. Then we've got Nitin Naik from Mumbai. And finally, we've got Pratyush Raj joining us from the Times office in Delhi. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Big day today
Thank you.
in India's
Thank you.
cricket. Dwaipan, starting off with you. Were you at all surprised that the news came that Virat Kohli has retired? Uh, how do you see this development?
No, I was not surprised, of course. After what came out and what happened, like it was expected that he will retire. It was almost done and dusted. And yes, the way I see this development is that I think it shows kind of the class that he has had as a cricketer. Like he understood the struggles that he is going through. And in Australia, if you take that 100 away, he scored 90 runs in 9 innings, which is not good enough. He understood that there was no coaxing, there was no pushing, there was no shoving, nothing. People wanted him to stay, but he decided that his time is up. There is something that is some problems that have crept into his game which cannot be rectified at this stage, and in a very dignified way he has decided to move away from test cricket, which is very good. I do not know if there was a shove and a push from some of the sections of the team management, the powerful sections of the team management that I don't know, I'm not aware of. But the way I see it, it was a very dignified exit from a player who commands and demands a lot of respect in Indian cricket. It was a very dignified exit.
Nitin, in the past, we would have had a situation where people would have said, no, no, he'll stay on till he finishes, completes 10,000 test runs. We've seen this with Dhoni, who didn't wait to finish, to complete 100 test matches. And now we've seen this with Virat, who didn't wait to reach his 10,000 test run mark. What does it tell you about these two individuals?
I think they never cared about milestones. Both Dhoni as well as Virat. I think had Dhoni cared for milestones, then he would have chosen to bat higher up the order in one-day cricket, especially where I think he had some of his finest performances. I think his number of 50s and number of hundreds, and the averages and the eventual number of runs would have would have been higher. But he chose to give up that spot to younger players who he felt would serve Indian cricket for a longer period of time. And he ended up being the finisher that he eventually did. And similar with Virat, I don't think he cared much about personal milestones. What he cared deeply about was winning matches, and I think that's what I think for me the captain Virat would be greater than the batter Virat. Obviously, the batter Virat between 2014 and 2019 was the kind of peak that he enjoyed was similar to I think Ricky Ponting's peak between 2002 to 2007 8 almost. Uh, but Virat's trough post COVID I think was steeper than Ponting's trough. I feel that the captain Virat for me scores higher than the batter Virat.
Pratyush, what, do you agree with Nitin that as a captain, he was probably India's best ever Test captain, just considering the results and the turnaround that happened under his captaincy in Test cricket. Under Mahendra Singh Dhoni, it was the one day renaissance. Under Virat Kohli, it was a Test renaissance.
Absolutely, sir. I mean, we have to give him credit to all those fast bowlers. I mean, if you have started winning Test series, away Test series, because of the fast bowler, India never had that quality fast bowler. Yeah, ek ya do one or two here and there, Jair Khan's performance, but that as a unit, Indian fast bowlers started producing, winning matches for India. That you'll have to give credit to Kohli for that. I'm sure. I mean, without any doubt, and numbers are there. He is definitely India's. I mean, greatest. I mean, I would suggest. I mean, I for millennials, maybe Saurabh Ganguly is still there because he gave us that test to win overseas. But if you see the numbers, go by the numbers, then Virat is certainly he's probably the best. He is the best. I'll say the best Test captain India ever had.
Uh, Dwepan, we've had number of reactions from people associated with Virat since the announcement came this morning. We've had his brother penning an emotional note. We've had Anushka Sharma, his wife, also talking about his retirement. Ravi Shastri, with whom he's had a long association, talking about it, and also Navjot Singh Sidhu. Uh, what is it about Virat that will be remembered for a very long time?
A lot of things like Virat Kohli. See, Virat Kohli, in a way, what happened is that, like, I just give you a small example, like from my personal experience. Like, I have a niece in Oman who plays cricket. So I asked her, "What do you do?" She says, "I am an all-rounder." So I asked her very knowledgeably, "Who is your favorite cricketer?" Ben Stokes, and she gives me a blank stare and says, "No, Kohli." Is that even a question? So that is what Kohli is. Kohli is the default setting of Indian cricket. Like the way Tendulkar was, the way Sunil Gavaskar was for the generation before that. Like Kohli became that. Kohli was not just a cricketer. Kohli became the sport itself in India. Like there, the, the discussion started when you are not a Kohli fan. Okay, fine, you are not a Kohli fan. Okay, then what is it? So that's what became of Kohli, and that's what he did. Like, and there are a lot of things he brought into Indian cricket. One is obviously the way he decided to chase in that Adelaide test in 2014, that 364 chase which he fell short. India fell short by 48 runs. He could easily have gone for a draw. He did not go for it. He said that draw doesn't matter to me. It's either a win or a loss. We were never used to that kind of a binary. We always believed in the draw, but then it it draw did not mean anything to that Kohli. So that was a shock value. Then the fitness, the culture of fitness that he brought into the Indian team. Like the Indian team changed. Indian team changed under Kohli. The way he saw the sport was something different to what it was before. So those are the things that will be remembered. And as they were saying, like, yes, this, he believed in pace bowling. He believed in the whichever way I have to get great pace bowlers. Without pace bowlers, I will not win. He got Bumrah. Bumrah became a test bowler because it was Virat and Shastri who wanted Bumrah to become a test player. So kept him away from Ranji Trophy, mind it. Like just kept him at NCA, cottonwooled him, and brought him into the test setup. That is how they prepared Bumrah. So these are the things that will be. He thought of cricket in a different way, something that we were not used to.
Nitin, apart from these points, the last few years have been tough for Virat Kohli in terms of Test cricket and the runs that he was not able to like deliver at that level. Do you think that triggered his announcement because there was no indication whatsoever about it till a few months ago? Remember that Champions Trophy? We spoke a few days ago about what Rohit and Virat said after winning the Champions Trophy, saying that everybody's thinking we are going to retire, but we are not going to retire. What do you think triggered, in your sense, this announcement?
I think the intensity with which he played throughout his career, I think that would have kind of drained him a bit mentally, and also the manner of his dismissals in Australia. I don't think he would have worried too much had he got LBW twice, bowled couple of times, caught in the gully couple of times, caught at covers or caught slogging. I don't think that would have bothered him much. But the fact that the bowlers identified an area where they could target him consistently and get him out frequently caught behind the stumps, and he knew it that and in Test cricket against quality bowlers bowling at that length, I don't think there was an escape there. And I think he knew that in England also they would target him there. In fact, Scott Boland, in one of his post-match interactions with the media, he knew it. I mean, the plan was so obvious from Australia that they said that we kept bowling him wide, and then once he got settled a bit, or once he got comfortable, we started bowling a little closer to the stumps because we knew that he'll go for it. He'll drive. So that weakness had almost become palpable, and I think, as Dwaipan very nicely put it, that he knew that at this age or at this stage of his career, it's almost impossible to correct it. I mean, having a couple of sessions with Sanjay Bangar at his farmhouse in Panvel will not solve this. It will require work at another level, the volume of red ball practice at another level, the intensity at another level, which I don't think is possible at this stage, and I don't think he has the drive anymore to go through that rigor. And obviously, I think I might be reading between the lines here, but I feel that he was not really comfortable in this setup that is there at the moment. I think he was more comfortable in the Dravid Rohit regime. I don't think he's more comfortable here. So I think if you see the last three big retirements, Ashwin, Rohit, and Virat, they've happened, in such a subdued manner, or posting on Instagram. Certainly, one leaving in the middle of the tour, two others posting it on Instagram, where I think all three careers should have been, or all three career endings, I thought should have been celebrated a bit more, which I think is sad that fans have not been able to say goodbye to them in a manner that was more deserving.
That's the thing, Pratyush. Both Virat and Rohit gave mixed signals. Virat practiced with Sanjay Bangar, like Nitin said, at his farmhouse with red ball. He played Ranji Trophy for Delhi. It became such a big event. Uh, Even Rohit Sharma played that red ball Ranji Trophy match for Mumbai. So their last match, last first class match, technically happened for their home side at their home ground. Uh, was it like by design or by default in your view?
So I was fortunate enough to cover Virat's last Ranji match in Delhi here. So it was, I mean, default. It was BCCI has dictated to come and play, and even in that match, the way he got out, like as Nitin said rightly mentioned, line was got ball in bold in Australia. Himanshu Sangwan is like 120 this bowler. I mean in North there's a slang for those bowlers called meetha bowler. जो सीधा विकेट पे डालता there was bit of in swing and all, and Virat's off stump was like gone. So I mean, the way he got out here, it was written like, I mean, he's done. I mean, he's way past his best, and even the ball before, the way he charged down and hit, tried to muscle Himanshu Sangwan down the ground. There was like, he was. I mean, he's trying too much. I mean, I remember. I mean, all of you are talking about intensity. I remember when he took a break. For me, Virat, the Virat we knew was done. When he said that he started faking intensity. I mean, Virat Kohli was like without intensity. He's not a player. I mean, that's what like was seen. That's what we saw him in his captaincy. And when coming to Rohit also, the way the dismissals in Australia, that they were like walking wickets, barring that Perth ka 100 that Virat scored, even that the hard yards were done by Jaiswal and KL, they were like walking wickets, both of them. So I mean, it's just like you'll have to accept that they're way past their best. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what team management, whether he was comfortable or not, but for past 5 years there was no run, like absolutely no run. Maybe, I mean, it was a right call by him. Otherwise, I mean, there's a in the social media, even the county Twitter handle, they took a dig on swipe on Virat Kohli, posting all those five bowlers that England will play, uh, and the shattering stumps. So Virat, I mean, it could have been never. It could have been worse. Maybe average would have fallen down to 45, below bhi ho jata. So it's like it's a good call. The new WTC cycle, new team, fresh approach. We'll have to. I mean, we'll have to just deal with it, right?
Dwaipan, that's the thing now. Going forward, now what happens to India's Test squad? Who do you see filling the gap left by Virat at number four? Rohit obviously had not played the last Test match in Sydney, so his slot had technically been already taken over. Who do you see filling that slot at number four for India? Because when in 2012-13, when PVS and Dravid retired, there were ready replacements in Rahane and Rohit and Virat, Pujara, all waiting to take over and eager and hungry to take over. Do you see the same hunger and eagerness in the younger lot now?
Yes, I'll just tell you one thing, that when Tendulkar retired and the first test that India played after that in Johannesburg, and Kohli played as the number four, there was a lot of anticipation going into it, and it was not a given whether who will be the number four. Rohit Sharma was also there. There were a lot of conversations, and finally Virat became the new number four, the mascot of Indian batting, because we have associated number four as the spot. The best player plays at number four since Tendulkar. That is how we have looked at Indian cricket in the last 30 years, 35 years. So, uh, similarly, I think uh, now that Virat is gone, that number four should be taken by Shubman Gill. The opening slot should be for Jaiswal and Rahul. Number three should be Sai Sudarshan, and number four should be Shubman Gill, because Shubman Gill is a player who has shown frailties against the moving ball. So he should give himself that cushion of the luster of the ball just going away, and he coming in at four. That gives him the cushion in England. Maybe the sun comes out, and he flourishes into a beautiful number four batter, and he is the pin-up boy of Indian cricket now, and he has the quality and the charisma. He carries both, and as far as I am concerned, he is the best bet for the number four slot. So that's how I see it, and then maybe number five. I think Rajat Patidar is a good can be a good candidate at the present moment. The way he's playing, he has played Test cricket, but he deserves another chance. So something on those lines, like Sai Sudarshan and Rajat Patidar will be my candidates for the number three and number five slots.
Nitin, do you agree?
Yeah, I would like Sai Sudarshan, a left-hander, at number three. Shubman Gill at four. KL Rahul, I think that even on Saturday, I think I said that it's time that we give him a set of 10 or 15 matches as at one spot. And at five, I would rather, instead of Rajat Patidar, I think I'll try and give another lifeline to Karun Nair. At number six, I'll bat Rishabh Pant. Number seven, Jadeja. And I would want India to play four fast bowlers. And I know it will be a little tough on Nitish Reddy after having scored that 100 in the Boxing Day Test in Melbourne late last year. But I feel that we need a decent pack of fast bowlers uh, to operate in tandem in England, at least for the first two or three games, and that will be Bumrah, Siraj, Shami, either Prasidh Krishna or Arshdeep. I am very tempted to take Arshdeep along, but because then you'll have at least a left arm angle there. So I would want four proper fast bowlers. Even if they can't bat, it's okay. I think we try and leverage those 15-20 runs for lower order batting, but what it costs you with the ball, that's massive. So I would rather have four proper fast bowlers there.
What's the thinking, Pratyush, in this amongst the selectors and the team management? What's the word?
So I mean, I don't think Karun Nair will get a straight in playing 11. But for me, I think someone will bat at three. I don't know. I'll go a bit wild. I mean, I'll have Rishabh Pant at four. And sir, I mean, with the kind of pitches England are playing, and they're not, and they have to set that narrative of baseball. They'll play on the flat pitches. So what I mean, I'll give Sarfaraz a go. If Sun is out on a flat track, Sarfaraz just know how to score run. Then Jadeja at six. Maybe I mean, if we are, I mean, if condition are bit, I mean, favorable for the pacer, then go all pace attack. But Kuldeep, I think Kuldeep Yadav will be our key factor. He'll be banking on Bumrah, Sami, Siraj, but Kuldeep, I guess, should play at least 4 test matches, barring the he should be in the playing 11. Maybe not in the first test, but going forward. Uh, and I don't see. I mean, I'll be like I disagree with Dupan sir and Nitin sir. I don't see Suman Gill coming down to bat at four. This is something. I mean, he has taken that role. I mean, it would be better for him if he would bat at four, put Sai, because Sai is a much better batter when ball are moving. I think that call will be taken after India A. That's for sure. If Sai Sudarshan will have a terrific India A, I'm sure there's no bat.
Interesting. Dwepe, now the thing is that both Rohit has said that he will continue to play ODIs. Virat has not given any indication about whether he'll play ODIs. My point is that just like we've seen with Mahendra Singh Dhoni, it's very difficult to just turn up in the IPL and start playing IPL. So will we see more of Virat and Rohit in the domestic format? In domestic cricket for their state sides, so that they keep in tune with what's happening with in cricket, or they'll just turn up a few days before a one-day international series, which are going to be few and far between in the next couple of years, if they want to play the 2027 World Cup.
More means what, Chandresh? Like the only tournament, one day tournament that is available is Vijay Hazare.
No, I'm saying
So
that will they say play, say the Ranji Trophy? Do you think then?
no, of course not. Of course
So
not.
then, how will they keep in touch? Because of the next one-day series scheduled in August may not happen, the Bangladesh tour. Then we've got a series against, I think, Australia in October, November. So then, for 4 5 months, they would have had no cricket. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, there is a question of hunger and motivation, which I am not very sure whether they will be able to maintain that. Like playing cricket at that level needs a massive massive level of sacrifice, like doing that year after year after year, and especially when there is no competitive cricket, it is very difficult, and one day cricket is so far and few in between. I do not know exactly how they are going to uh, keep in shape only for one day cricket. I would have preferred both of them to just let it go. Like they have played their innings. Virat has won a ODI World Cup. He has won everything that is there to be won. So I don't see why they are still choosing to stay back with the ODI format. I would rather have preferred them to read, because it is very difficult in this day and age when there is so much T20 cricket and so little of one day cricket, and bilateral one day cricket is virtually is of no relevance and significance. How will they keep themselves prepared for those 21 day crickets, one day matches before that ODI World Cup in 2027? I am not very sure. I think they will let go of him. I think they should look ahead. I think that will be the best way to go about it.
Nitin, what do you reckon will happen?
What 20? I think what they're playing. From what I saw today morning, I think they're playing another 21 one-day matches. I think before
So
the
we have
T20,
scheduled only
before
till
the
about Feb March 2027, because the next
yeah.
the FTP cycle will come in a little later.
Correct. So I think there are about 21 one-day matches before the one-day World Cup. I'm not taking into account the Asia Cup that will happen in 2026. I don't know whether how that tournament, because I don't think that forms a part of, because it depends on number of teams that have qualified, and 21 one-day matches over a 2 year period, 3 year period. Um, I do not know really how, they although I think it's their best format. I feel that at least it's Rohit's best format. Even Virat, I think the brief resurgence that he had in the 2023 Test calendar was because he played a lot of one-day cricket, which I think kept him in the flow. It's the ease with which he can get off strike in one-day cricket is not available to him in Test cricket, and I think that's why he struggled so much recently. So, but in one-day cricket, that's not the problem. So, As Vaipan said, yes, they should have maybe ended their careers altogether after the Champions Trophy. But again, that that heartbreak of 2023, 19 November is so strong that they feel that they deserve a redemption. But whether there will be redemption or more ridicule, I don't know.
Pratyush, what's your take on the issue?
Sir, I mean, as you mentioned about playing domestic, Virat ka farewell idhar ho gaya. So when he played the Ranji, it's a funny story for some other time. But sir, I don't think. I mean, they should be playing any format. I don't know that I feel that I may be wrong, but legends, Indian cricket legends, they have this problem of dragging their career. I think when you are done, you are done. Just give the new face time. I mean, I'm sorry, I might hurt sentiments here, but even I think the great Imran Khan said that Sachin Tendulkar should have retired at Wankhede in 2011 when he won the World Cup. He continued to play on for 2 years. Maybe some will say it's record and say something just he still had the fire and all. For me, I think November 19 was the full stop for both Virat and Rohit. Okay, they played, they won the Champions Trophy. There's no point going chasing that broken dream. Maybe ठीक है नहीं हो पाया यार. It's agree. Let's give some other the youngsters a chance. The new team. Maybe we don't know whether ODI will survive till 2027. ठीक है, broadcasting rights have been sold out and all, but going. I mean, this franchise, this format has lost that charm. I mean, for me, I think we in 3 or 4 months down the line, we'll see another Instagram post or Instagram story where it will be like, okay, we are done. It's sad way to go out like this, but yeah, I don't see playing them 2027.
One final round of questions to all three of you. Dwepen, with the young squad that India is going to now assemble, do you see India winning the series in England for the first time since 2007, or it's a bridge too far?
No, I think India has a fair chance, and the chance is because of the bowling that India has. It is a magnificent bowling lineup that India has. A fit Bumrah, Shami, uh, Siraj, maybe Khalil, or I don't know who the fourth pacer will be, or maybe Kuldeep. Like if India had won the Australia series, they would have won it on the basis of their bowling. If India wins in England, it will be on the basis of their bowling. The batting is fine. Batting is okay. The English batting is also pretty average, bang average, full of average cricketers barring Joe Root. So there is not much to worry about this English side per se. Like India is a good side with good cricketers, and it will be a good series. I don't see India doing too poorly, and I have a feeling that India has a fair chance of winning this series.
Nitin, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, England's batting is not great. If we can somehow manage to get 315, 325, 330 in scores in that range, I think we'll be very, very competitive. We also, I think, in Gill and in Jaiswal, I think they're two fantastic hands at slip. So I think they'll expect a lot of catches there, and if we manage to hold our catches and if we can get 325, 330 in every innings, I think we'll be really, really competitive. I will still give the edge to England, maybe 2-1 to them, but I think it won't be a walkover for them.
Pratyush, 2021 was probably the best India tour to England in recent times. Do you see that tour being repeated this time?
Uh, I mean, I don't see any draw matches for sure. There will be a result in all 5 matches because England's batting is, as DD mentioned, it's like they are like terrible. Like barring Joe Root and once in a blue moon by Ben Stokes, वो एक maverick inning होता है. Rest are like, I mean, they're just not good enough. Uh, if our bowler like uh, Raj, Ami, and Bumrah and Kuldeep, these four, if they'll play 3 test matches fit, if they're all three of them or four of them are fit, then I think we'll have a chance. We might see more results. I don't see draw happening there. So I don't know. I mean, I'll give England the edge just because they're playing at home. I don't know. The Suman Gill side might surprise us, but yeah, I'll give England the edge.
So there we have it. Pratyush has already nominated Shubman Gill as India's Test captain. Congratulations to Shubman Gill on behalf of Pratyush and the entire Times Internet family. Times of India newspaper print is not nominating Shubman Gill as the Test captain, so they are
No,
keeping
no,
quiet.
we
So
also.
there's no unity. You
No, no,
and
no,
Nitin are
no,
not
no,
doing
no, no,
it.
no, no.
Nitin is not
एक से
doing anything.
छतरी.
Nitin is only smiling.
No, no, no.
Nitin is only smiling.
Now that Virat is not there, I was hoping that he would be this stopgap arrangement. But now that he's retired, then I think it has to be Shubman Gill.
So one final thing, where does that leave someone like KL Rahul, the weapon?
KL Rahul, like at the present moment, we need KL Rahul the batter. Like so KL Rahul as an opener, if he gets into his groove, gets some precious runs. He's 33 now, 2 3 years of good solid batting, averaging 50. That is something that he should look forward to, and be the player that he should have been long time back. He is not a player who should be averaging in the 30s. He's a 45 average player.
Nitin, where does that leave KL Rahul?
Yeah, I think if they're looking at some a player who is going to last 7 8 years, then I think they'll have to nominate someone younger. Uh, I said Virat as a stopgap arrangement purely because I do not think that uh, Gill would have been ready as captain. But then I think the selectors are willing to take the punt on him. I think that just like it happened with Graham Smith for South Africa. I think he got the captaincy when he was 22, and he played most of his career as a captain. So I think they're hoping for something similar with Gill. Obviously, they're hoping that he improves his Sena average or away average outside the subcontinent average by leaps and bounds. And I just hope that in this quest of captaincy, he retains his or he what captaincy did to Virat the batter. I hope it does to Gill the batter as well, because captaincy just brought the best out of Virat the batsman, and I hope that something similar happens with Gill as well. I hope that switch is flicked on.
So on that note, thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today on TOI Sports Beyond the Boundary. Dwaipan, Pratyush, Nitin, thanks a lot to all three of you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll be back again tomorrow. Let's hope we talk about the resumption of the IPL in the coming days and other things, and also the selection of the India squads to the England for England tour. And all of you watching us on TOI Sports, remember you can like, share, subscribe, and comment and be part of the conversation right through with us, and we'll be interacting with you right through. And if you're on YouTube, remember to press the notification bell as well. Gentlemen, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And to everybody, goodbye. God bless from all four of us.